WOGO, your sports station.
Chi High Basketball is on the air. WOGO's coverage of the Cardinals is brought to you by Northwestern Bank, White City Glass, Toyson Ford of Chippewa Falls, Johnson Roll-Off Service, TTM Technologies, by Quality Propane and Fuels, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Royal Credit Union, the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, Holly Bovey of Caldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, the Check Law Office, Dave Check Attorney, and by Nicolay Bank. Also by Post Glass and Mirror of Chippewa Falls, Kurth Heating and Cooling, Wynn Family Dentistry, Chippewa Auto Body and Service, Chippewa Valley Technical College, Ashley Construction, Peterson Volker Funeral Chapel and Cremation Service, by Weir's Gala Plumbing and Heating, Culver's of Lake Hallie and Chippewa Falls, Heath Loken and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying, Chippewa Valley Financial Services, and by Stelter Incorporated. Now with the Cardinal Countdown pregame show, here's the voice of the Cards, Mark Halverson.
WOGO, your sports station.
Well, good evening and welcome to Chippewa Falls Senior High School, side of this Big Rivers Conference boys basketball game between your Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Rice Lake Warriors, a rematch from earlier on in the season. I am not Mark Halverson. Caleb Swenson, the voice of the Cardinals, giving that voice a break tonight. I'll be on the call along with Dave Check and Sam Aberley, our on-site video producer for the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Hopefully you'll check that out and subscribe. Zach Wycheck, our producer back in the WOGO studios in Hallie. We've got a very competitive JV matchup going on right now. Dave Check, under a minute left, 45-42. Rice Lake up by 3. Chi High with the basketball.
Yeah, I mean, this is a good one for you to call right now. A tie ball game right here, possibly. Missed the three-point shot, but yeah, exciting game.
And again, looking forward to hopefully a little bit more excitement in the title card matchup, the varsity matchup between these two teams than the last time they tangled up in Rice Lake. In that game, the Warriors shot 77% from the field, only had to take 26 shots because they made 20 of them. They were up 47-8 at halftime. They scored the first 25 points of the game. They really jumped all over our Cardinals, and it was no looking back after that, even though Chi High was a little more competitive in the second half, but Rice Lake already had that insurmountable lead. And so for Coach Prue's squad this time, certainly looking to be able to, again, be competitive, and that's really what you're looking for. Again, 0-16 on the season so far, and they just want to be able to hang with some of these BRC teams, give them a run, and you're hoping that first W will come sooner rather than later.
Well, you talk about the first W coming. I mean, you hope they're not looking to the next game, which is Wisconsin Rapids, who is also 0 on the year, and they've also had a game this year where they've only scored 14. But so then you look, yeah, I mean, obviously that's both of those teams Super Bowl, but here's a matchup where you got a Chi High team that's struggling, and Rice Lake's middle of the conference. They're doing pretty good, but I think the most exciting part of tonight is the one who's leading Rice Lake, a kid by the name of Will, that you might know.
I
Will
do know
Swenson.
him, yeah. My baby brother, Will Swenson, who's the biggest of the family, listed at 6'3", but he's asked for, and I will acquiesce. He is 6'4" because he's really darn close to that. So it was 6'4" and leading the Warriors in scoring, rebounding, and second in steals as well, too. So, yeah, something that doesn't always happen, getting to call your younger brother's games and able to see him in football. In Rice Lake, that team, of course, that went all the way to a state championship game and is having a good season in basketball as well.
It'll definitely be interesting to see how you handled it. You got to have a couple of football games where I was on the call with my sons playing there.
Yeah.
So, it's hard to put that bias when you're rooting. But, we root for the Cardinals. I think you're going to call a game positive for the Cardinals regardless, but I bet you baby brother's in your mind.
Absolutely, and it should be a lot of fun, and looking forward again to seeing the Chi High boys for the second time this year. And I'll also be joining you, I believe, on a call next week for Chi High as Halva will be out. So hopefully we'll see Chi High in one of these games get that first win, as there's a three lofted from the left side to try to tie the game. It goes out of bounds, and staying with Chi High with 24.1 seconds left. We'll take a look at some of the stats here for both of these teams, as well as we've got a little time here in our Cardinal Countdown pregame show here on WOGO Sports. And this is one of the things that really jumps out here, Dave, and that's the turnovers per game. Chi High averaging 19.3 turnovers per contest. Rice Lake just under 11 per game. And that's the big difference. And the bugaboo for this Chi High team is not a lack of athleticism. Again, they might not be the biggest team, but they've got kids who can shoot. They've got a couple who are shooting 40% from downtown. but it's struggling to get into their offensive sets because they struggle a lot with ball pressure, and that's led to those turnovers.
Yeah, the question would be how you describe that and what the problem is. You say it's not for a lack of athleticism. I see a lot of these other teams attacking, have a lot of speed, putting a lot of pressure on the ball, and the Cardinals are having a hard time, with the ball handling. So, at minimum, we have a hard time hanging on to the ball. We have a hard time with ball handling. And, I noticed that in the last couple of games too. And you can bet that that's going to be a huge key to this game as well. They give up way too many offensive rebounds on the other side, don't get any on their own, and the turnovers. I mean, if this is a game of horse, I have a feeling they're pretty close with Rice Lake. But unfortunately, you got to be able to get the number of shots off.
As you look at some of the stats compared as well here in our WOGO Sports Live video stream, again, fairly similar in some of the shooting percentages. But again, Chi-Hi, a good shooting three-point team, but not hitting a whole lot per game. Again, Rice Lake shooting 22 threes per game, making over 7.5 of them at a 34% clip. Chi-Hi shooting 32% from three, but making about 5 per game. And again, the turnovers really are a glaring issue. This is a young Chi-Hi team, and their starting five will only see one senior, and that's Colin Nichols, but Owen Munson, sophomore, Grant Von Hayden, a junior, Conrad Gaybauer, a junior, and Cale Dillenbeck, a sophomore. And let's not forget the talented freshman Kobe Twyman, who's gotten some starts as well too. I think got a little banged up in a game against Menominee, I believe. But again, there's some youth on this team for Chi-Hi that you're hoping will continue to grow this year and the next couple years as well.
Well, that's why you talked about just trying to see a spark and see some sort of positive in this game from Rice Lake. It'd be a stretch to say that anybody's expecting the Cardinals to win. Certainly, any team can beat any team out there. But what the coach is looking for is the effort and to see, because like you said, young team, we knew this was going to be a rebuilding year coming in. As a matter of fact, a rebuilding year off. Last year's team wasn't exactly a conference championship, and yet you still lose all those players. It's going to be tough.
Seeing some floor-level shots right now, again, on our WOGO Sports Live video stream, thanks to Sam Aberly, our on-site producer and camera operator. And I guess we won't see some floor-level shots here as another timeout taken. So we're down to the final 7.8 seconds of the game. We'll keep it here until the conclusion of that JV game, 45-42. Chi-Hi down by 3. As we continue looking at, again, this matchup coming up for the Cards and the Warriors, Dave, rebounding is something as well too that Chi-Hi about 20.9 rebounds per game, Rice Lake about 27, but that doesn't always tell the story with just those numbers. It sometimes is again you mentioned it can be a struggle sometimes for Chi-Hi giving up offensive rebounds, and when you're a team that doesn't score a whole lot, you just can't afford to be giving up those bonus chances to your opponent. Yeah,
that's exactly right. I mean, the key is the offensive rebounds. Those are the ones that Rice Lake can come down tonight and be 1 for 3, but they still walk away with the same number of points if you give them 2 offensive rebounds. And you look at the scoring, and that tells it right there. You said the rebounds, but also the scoring. Rice Lake has 4 players in double digits, of course, led by Will, but 4 players in double digits, and the Cardinals don't have 1 player in double digits.
Rice Lake will be without Connor Duran, one of their usual starters, the 6-foot senior, a commit to UW-Eau Claire. He won't be in action today because of a surgery, so certainly wishing him a swift recovery. And the Blue Golds are getting a talented player as well, too. Again, this is a Rice Lake team, as we mentioned, that went to state, the state championship game, lost by a point to Slinger. So certainly when you look at the future of WIAC football, the Blue Golds with some of the facilities and some of the recruiting that they're doing over there too. I certainly wish them the best, and they seem to be on the upswing in a very competitive WIAC conference.
Looking at this JV game here, 2.8 seconds, Cardinals gave the ball up, and now Rice Lake shooting. It looks like that's probably it because it's now a 4-point game. But that game was 45-42 for probably the last 3 minutes.
Yeah,
the Cardinals had about 3 or 4 3-point shots that had a chance, just didn't fall.
This is the Cardinal Countdown pregame show here on WOGO Sports. Again, a little bit of an extended pregame here before the varsity matchup between Rice Lake and Chi-Hi, as the JV game going a little late. And again, Very competitive game here, but Rice Lake leading by 46-42. Well, Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank, and I think maybe we'll shift things a little bit, and early on we'll do our Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. And as always, the honor's yours, Dave Check. What would you say is a key or two here tonight for Chippewa Falls, for the Chi-High Cardinals facing the Warriors for the second time?
Well, it's hard to say anything different. I mean, it's just so obvious with this team that the turnovers and the giving up the offensive rebounds, it's something that they've struggled with all year. And if they don't control it tonight, they're not going to have a chance against this team. You know, and we've seen a game where you talk about that being a key to the game, and then all of a sudden they came out and had 14 turnovers in like the first 3 minutes, and the game's over, 20 or 30 points, and all of a sudden it's out of control. So
a half-court heave swished for Chi-High.
Well, making a 1-point game, 45-46, but the crowd loves it.
Sam Berzina, the sophomore, and he showed a really nice stroke during that JV game. So, again, hoping for some fireworks from the varsity matchup as well. Your Toyson Ford Keys to the Game brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. We always appreciate our friend Craig Toyson and his support of WOGO and our coverage of Chi-High and McDonell Athletics. Again, here on WOGO, Hallie Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, Caleb Swenson, Dave Check, your WOGO Sports broadcast team. Here on the Cardinal Countdown pregame show, we'll talk with both head coaches, starting with Coach Kevin Orr of Rice Lake, WBCA Hall of Famer in the class of 2025. That news just came out recently. His son, Zach, had 25 points the last time these two teams played, as he was 5 of 6 from 3. And Zach Orr just saw last night that he is committed to UW-Stevens Point, so that's where he'll be playing his college basketball, starting his career there. We'll step out and be back in 2.5 minutes here on the Cardinal Countdown pregame show on WOGO as we continue to break down this matchup between your Chippewa Falls Cardinals and the Rice Lake Warriors. Back in 2.5, this is Chi-High Basketball on WOGO.
The Y, where your membership comes with an entire community. Now with 3 full-service membership branches in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley membership rates are among the lowest in the area. Child Watch, monthly Parents Night Out events, family fun zones, group exercise classes, including yoga, and much more are all free with your YMCA membership. Learn more about the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley at www.ymca-cv.org.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Here comes Riley Biscuit, the defenseman, not afraid to turn it to offense. And what a shot by number 8. She got one over the right shoulder of Andrew, and we're all tied at 1.
What a laser of a shot. That was beautiful.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
To help simplify life, people are looking to their homes for more comfort and enjoyment. New home builders as well as remodelers are completing their bathroom projects in style with luxury shower doors from White City Glass. 3/8 or half-inch shower doors from White City Glass offer a quality that is evident, making shower time more relaxing any day of the week. Are you ready for luxury, style, and relaxation? Make the right choice for your shower doors. See White City Glass today.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Yep, it's cold. And as you're spending extra time indoors, you realize it's time for a change. No, not a tropical getaway. Something a little more practical, like that long overdue bathroom remodel from Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating. Treat yourself to a walk-in shower or jacuzzi. How about finally adding that extra bathroom in the basement? Call Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate and make the dream happen.
We serve to serve again. We've got a company.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Countdown pregame show here on WOGO Sports and the all-new WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. It's the rematch between the Rice Lake Warriors and your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Here with Rice Lake head coach Kevin Orr, WBCA Basketball Coaches Hall of Famer. And, Coach, first time against this Chi-High team, 25-0 start. We're up 47-8 at half. It'd be hard to start better than that, but what do you need to replicate tonight?
Yeah, I think it's going to have to start on our defensive side of the ball. We got to bring pressure. We got to bring it early, and we got to try to make them uncomfortable. And so I think it starts with our defense, and I think that's going to help generate some of our offense.
Coach, 8-0 start to this season, then drop 6 of 8. Of course, you play in a tough conference. Your son missed some time with injury. Again, it's been a little bit more of a bumpy road, but as you get into this final stretch of the season, what do you need to be doing better going into the postseason?
Yeah, and I just think we just got to be more consistent, right? Like, we play really, really good in stretches, but we gotta play good for the full 36 minutes, And the games that we lost, we've been in other than Hudson, we've been in every game, and it could have went either way. So we just got to figure out how to win them close games and be more consistent, where we're just, again, playing more for the 36 minutes instead of spurts. So that's something we've been working hard on, and again, just we're trying to keep getting better defensively. And I think when we do that, other things are going to improve as well.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Looking forward to a competitive Big Rivers Conference game and wish you and the Warriors the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it.
That's head coach Kevin Orr. Back with Coach Prue after this. This is the Cardinal Countdown pregame show on WOGO Sports.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
I'm Jack Strand, and I've partnered with the Czech Law Office. As a quarterback for Bloomer and now at a Division II college, I have learned the importance of having a solid team on your side. Athletics has also taught me the importance of leadership, community, and dedication. These are the same skills that Attorney Czech brought to the Chippewa Valley and built his firm around 25 years ago. Community has been a big part of that process, and Attorney Czech served as president of both the YMCA board as well as the school board. The Czech law firm model has always been teamwork. Don't hesitate to join our team.
Beat the winter blues and dive into summer dreams at American Marine's exclusive in-house boat show. From February 6th to 16th in Chippewa Falls, discover huge savings on new and used boats and pontoons. Enjoy 15% off all parts and accessories and take advantage of our in-house financing. Whether you're into fishing, cruising, or sport boating, we have the perfect vessel waiting for you. Get ready to make waves this season at American Marine. Let's go boating.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
At Post Glass and Mirror, quality comes first. Maybe you need a beautiful storefront window or a show-stopping custom shower door. Post Glass and Mirror can custom cut glass and mirrors and offers quick replacement of fogged or broken windows. And if your windshield takes a hit, they offer free mobile service and can recalibrate the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for all makes and models. Post Glass and Mirror is also hiring auto glass technicians, window installers, and in-shop repair technicians. For commercial, home, and auto glass, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Countdown pregame show here on WOGO Sports and the all-new WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Big Rivers Conference boys basketball tonight. Your Chippewa Falls Cardinals host the Rice Lake Warriors. Second meeting between these two teams, and we're here with head coach Jason Prue. And coach, obviously the first time that you played Rice Lake, they got out to that hot start, scored the first 25 points of the game. What needs to be different this second time around?
We need to take care of the basketball. That's been an emphasis of ours all season. When we do that, we're pretty good at times. We have offensively, we get into our stuff, and we shoot at a high percentage once we get into the half court. But it all starts with taking care of the basketball.
Coach, that was one of the things I was going to bring up, averaging almost 20 turnovers per game, Rice like around 11 per game. And when you look even at some of the percentages, you guys can shoot the ball from three at a really high clip. You've got a lot of different contributors on offense, but it seems like sometimes even getting into the sets is a problem because of those turnovers.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. We've really emphasized that. We've done a ton in practice of 7-on-5 stuff with disadvantage just to be more comfortable with that pressure, because I like our half-court stuff. We're really clicking on a lot of that once we get there, but we got to be able to take care of the ball to get to that spot and then take care of the ball again in the half-court as well.
Coach, what problems does Rice Lake present? Of course, 8-0 to start the season. Then it's kind of been rocky. They've lost 6 of their last 8, played some tough competition, as everyone does in the conference. But what do you see in them would say, hey, they're doing that well?
Just the way they pressure the basketball, too. They do really well what we struggle with on the other side with pressuring the basketball. They're a complete team. They have a great point guard that gets them into stuff, who can score the ball, distribute, know when to do each of those things, when to take over a game, when to find the other guys on his team. He has a good combo guard next to him. Obviously, a really good shooting big and another really good physical big that can also shoot the ball. They're just a well put together team. They have all aspects of the game they have covered. They can defend, they can score, they can play a slugfest, they can play a shootout, and Coach Orr's got them clicking with their personnel.
Well, Coach, you get them on your home floor this time, and we'll hope for a W, and we'll look forward to talking to you after the game.
All right, thank you.
Head coach Jason Prue here on the Cardinal Countdown pregame show. This is Cardinals basketball on WOGO Sports.
Watch your dreams and savings grow with a Royal Credit Union certificate. Whether you're saving for college, a vacation, wedding, or a down payment on a house, Royal's 4.25% annual percentage yield 12-month certificate can help you reach your savings goals faster. Royal certificates have no minimum opening balance and a locked-in rate for a guaranteed return at maturity. Open now at any Royal office or online at rcu.org/certificate saver. Early withdrawal penalties could reduce earnings and principal. APY accurate as of 2/1/25. Insured by NCUA.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact State Farm agent Michelle Mua in Chippewa Falls for a free quote. MichelleMua.com.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
You can use duct tape to fix a leaky boat, fashion a wallet, or patch a hole in your tent. But if you're using it to keep your side mirror attached to your car or keep that bumper from falling off, come into Chippewa Auto Body and Service and we'll get your car back in working order. We offer comprehensive assistance with insurance claims on all makes and models. Your satisfaction, our priority. With loaner vehicles, early or late night pickup, and full auto maintenance services, keep the duct tape in the drawer. Chippewa Auto Body and Service behind Burger King in Chippewa Falls. Visit chippewa-auto.com.
Welcome back to Chi-High Basketball here on WOGO Sports. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you. We've already had the Choice and Ford Keys to the Game brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Choice and Ford in Chippewa Falls. again, looking forward to a rematch between Chi-High and Rice Lake. And Chi-High, again, we talk about trying to be competitive, and it starts off with, as we've been talking about this whole kind of extended pregame show, minimizing those turnovers and trying to win that battle on the glass and not give up some of the easy second chances for Rice Lake tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the only chance you have of being in a game is to be hot shooting, and the only chance you can do that is if you get down and have the opportunity to shoot. So Cardinals, clearly, that's the key to the game. Hang on to the ball and not have too many turnovers. Keep that turnovers for the full game, probably in that 15 range and no more. And, their shooting percentage, we'll find out how good it is. But I have a feeling, a shooting percentage against a team like Rice Lake is probably going to drop as well. It's an athletic, scrappy team, very fast, very quick. I doubt we're going to get very many open looks at the ball. They're going to be fighting for every look.
Toyson Ford Keys to the Game brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. Both teams coming off a loss. Rice Lake lost on Tuesday against Menominee 58-54. Before that, they defeated Eau Claire North by 20 last Friday night a week ago. And that game against Menominee, as we've mentioned, my little brother plays for Rice Lake, and so I was checking out that game afterward. And it was a game where they didn't wake up until kind of late in the second half. Menominee played a competitive game, but Rice Lake, again, struggled with some turnovers, and they had a flurry of threes late in the second half, but they were down by double digits for a lot of that game, and it was just kind of too little too late. Had some tough calls at the end of the game, but I'm sure Coach Orr would say, hey, we needed to put this team away, and instead we were down double digits and just didn't get the job done. And both of these teams have lost to Menominee recently, so credit to Coach Van Grunsven over there and what he's doing with the Mustangs.
Yeah, I mean, arguably Chi-High's loss was a little bit different as they scored 14 points.
Indeed.
But tough loss for Rice Lake, though. I mean, Menominee is the second worst team in the conference right now.
And in terms of playoff positioning, too, that one hurts you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a team that you would expect Rice Lake to struggle with. And who knows? You're deep into the season right now, and are the kids kind of looking past some teams? Certainly that's the one advantage that Chi-High has tonight, is that Rice Lake's coming into this game not really expecting a whole lot from Chi-High. So if you can jump on them quick and take advantage of that, then you got a chance.
Well, we will be back with your starting lineups, player introductions coming up right after this on WOGO. We're back in 2.5 minutes to get things going between Chi-High and Rice Lake on WOGO Radio and the all-new WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Back in 2.5.
Building stronger kids, stronger families, and stronger communities. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley offering 3 full-service locations in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley is open 7 days a week, and membership rates are among the lowest in the area. Find your community with group exercise classes, and the Y welcomes families with kids. Ask about their monthly Parents' Night Out event, Family Fun Zone, and Child Watch service. All free with your Y membership. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Here comes Riley Biskin, the defenseman, not afraid to turn it to offense. And what a shot by number 8. She got one over the right shoulder of Andert, and we're all tied at 1.
What a laser of a shot. That was beautiful.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Remember when you were a kid and broke that window? Remember how bad you felt when Mom and Dad found out? Mom made everything okay with hot cookies. Dad called White City Glass to fix it. That was years ago. When someone little you know breaks one of your windows, bake the cookies and call White City Glass. They're in the business of fixing broken glass of any kind. White City Glass, helping people of all ages since 1967.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Yep, it's cold. And as you're spending extra time indoors, you realize it's time for a change. No, not a tropical getaway. Something a little more practical, like that long overdue bathroom remodel from Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating. Treat yourself to a walk-in shower or jacuzzi. How about finally adding that extra bathroom in the basement? Call Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate and make the dream happen.
We serve again with Gala Company.
Welcome back to Chi-High Basketball on WOGO Sports. Rice Lake being introduced first. Evan Strand, the 6'3" senior, number 5, averaging 11.2 points per game. Number 10, Zach Orr, the Stevens Point commit, leads the team in assists. 5'11" senior, averaging 14.3 points per game, second on the team. Number 11, 6'4" junior forward Will Swenson, leads the team in points at 14.5 per game, leads the team in rebounds at 5.6 per game. Pierce Hostreiter, the 6' senior, number 23, 2.1 points per game. And Will Johnson, the 6'3" senior, number 34, averaging 10.5 points per game for Coach Kevin Orr and the Rice Lake Warriors. For your Chippewa Falls Cardinals, Colin Nichols, the 6'5" guard forward combo, the senior, 8.4 points per game, second on the team for number 0. He leads them in rebounds and second in assists. Owen Munson, the 6'2" guard, sophomore, number 2, 4.9 points per game. Grant Von Hayden, the assist leader, 5'11", junior guard, number 3, 5.9 points per game. Conrad Gaybauer, the junior forward, 6'5", 4.2 points per game for number 21. And Cale Dillenbeck, 6'3", sophomore guard, number 23, averaging 2.9 points per game for head coach Jason Prue. Rice Lake in the traveling royal blue uniforms, tops and bottoms with the white numerals, the gold piping. Chi-High resplendent in their white uniforms, tops and bottoms with the cardinal red numerals and lettering and the jet black piping. It'll be Will Swenson at 6'4", jumping against Colin Nichols, 6'5", at the CF insignia at midcourt. Swenson wins the tap. Back to Will Johnson. Rice Lake will move right to left. Good to have you with us here on WOGO Radio. And again, check out the all-new WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. Swenson attacks, goes right block, too strong off the glass. Hostreiter has the rebound, kicks it back out to Will Johnson. Johnson will flip right side. Zach Orr retrieves. Or again announcing his commitment to UW Stevens Point. Right side, Will Swenson. Swenson open for 3, splashed at right wing, and it's 3-0 Rice Lake as they take the early lead.
There's a perfect example for you right there. They have 2 shots to get a three-pointer with an offensive rebound. And then the Cardinals with a quick turnover.
Swenson doesn't take a lot of threes, but he's hitting 39% of them. On the other side for Chi-High, they have 2 players in Colin Nichols and Owen Munson who are both shooting 40% from downtown. We'll see if they can get loose. Swenson open for another 3, right wing, and that one rattles in and out. Offensive rebound, though, by Orr, and the Warriors get another chance, leading 3-0. Evan Strand up top, drives down the left side of the lane, dumps it down for Swenson, and Swenson has 5 early points for the Warriors. And a whistle and a stoppage of play here. And are we getting a late end 1 call?
No.
Or did they wait?
Well, yeah, because he's shooting, so otherwise it would be a 1-and-1.
So Swenson hits the free throw and makes it 6-0. He has the first 6 points of the game. That's what he had last time out against Chi-High.
So Rice Lake only shooting 50% right now, and they're averaging 3 points a trip.
Strand knocks a pass from Nichols out of bounds. And Nichols a side out, parallel to the baseline. Colin Nichols, the senior, lone senior, the starting lineup for Chi-High. Gets it back from Owen Munson. Flip to midcourt. Cale Dillenbeck, the sophomore, throws right side. Grant Von Hayden. Von Hayden matched up against Zach Orr. Coach's son, the senior. Von Hayden, the junior, up top, swings to Colin Nichols' right wing. Nichols against Swenson, senior against junior. Nichols picks up his dribble. Nice pass down low to Gaybauer. Kicks back out to Nichols. Nichols for 3, right side, just a little bit too strong. Rebound to Strand. Strand for the Warriors across midcourt. They'll drop down to Swenson. Swenson goes hard to the hoop, draws contact from Gaybauer. With 16:28 to play.
Yeah, Will Swenson looks all of 6'4", I think, like you're saying. He's a big body out there. Question for you, he's only a junior. What's he getting looks at right now in what sport? Because he's a big football body, too.
Yes, as he misses the free throw, shooting just on the season 59% from the foul line. He has a couple visits at Augustana and Bemidji State. Second free throw goes down for Swenson as he has 7 points. And the Warrior lead is 7-0. So, again, played a few different positions for the Warriors on that football squad, including being moved to outside linebacker during the playoff run because of injury. Had a pick 6 to seal the game against New Richmond. Just over a minute 7:50 into the first half. Chi-High trailing Rice Lake 7-0.
Well, and as predicted, this defense is not giving Chi-High even an inch to shoot. I don't think we've seen an open shot yet.
Dillon back at the foul line, lost it. Knocked away by Orr. Orr push ahead to Strand. Strand took an extra step walking down the lane, and his layup will be waved off. The official right on top of that one. I wonder if Strand was thinking about throwing it down, instead took a little third step, and they may allow that in the NBA, but not here at Chi-High.
That's Rice Lake's first turnover of the night.
Hastreiter hassling defense on Dillon back in the backcourt. Dillenbeck drops it to Owen Munson, Chi-High's leading scorer at just under 10 points per game. Munson down the left side of the lane, kick out left side. Work out to Nichols.
Look.
Nichols, good look at a three. Rims in and out. Chi-High offensive rebound. Good hustle there, but thrown into the backcourt. Conrad Gaybauer had it and was looking for Owen Munson near midcourt, and Munson slipped. Couldn't handle it, so Chi-High's attempted an offensive rebound. Unfortunately goes astray.
Meanwhile, Nichols, that's probably one of the best looks we're going to get at it. Good shot taken.
Will Swenson driving baseline, drops a pass along the baseline, kick back out. Evan Strand wide open for three, rims in and out. Nichols with the rebound. Again, he leads Chi-High at just under 5 rebounds per game.
That's actually Chi-High's first rebound of the game.
Up top, Grant Von Hayden, the junior. Again, their assist leader. Von Hayden up top, swings right side, tipped pass out of bounds. Evan Strand with a hand in the passing lane for the Warriors. 15:04 to go first half. You're on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. Subscribe there. We appreciate it very much. Up top, Von Hayden against Zach Orr. Junior against senior. Von Hayden, kick out left side. Good look at a three for Chi-High. Splash from the left wing. Chi-High for three, and that's Owen Munson, his 31st made three-pointer of the season. And the Cardinals on the board much earlier than they were the last time against Rice Lake. It's a 4-point ball game. 7-3 the Warriors.
Good look for Munson there. Good wide open shot.
Very smooth shot from the right corner. Right side to answer for three, Will Swenson. That one too strong off the back of the bracket. Long rebound out, and Chi-High's Owen Munson pulls it down to Dillenbeck. Dillenbeck spins in the lane over the top of Strand. Too strong. Dillenbeck grabs the rebound. Kick out Munson for a second three in a row. Yes, sir! Owen Munson hits a couple threes in a row, and it's a 1-point game just like that. 7-6 Rice Lake.
Big offensive rebound that time for Dillenbeck, and Cardinals make him pay with the second shot points.
Swenson high on the right. Finds Strand between the circles. Strand, one of a lot of seniors here on this Warriors roster. Strand right block extended, drops down to Swenson, and Swenson easy layup from the left wing. And I apologize to those watching the live video stream as I got a little too excited about those 2 threes and totally neglected to update the scoreboard. As Johnson with a steal. Johnson down the lane, left-handed layup is good. So the first person not named Will Swenson to score, but still Will.
Meanwhile, Dillenbeck scores 2 on the other side, keeps it a 3-point game.
11-8. First bucket tonight for Dillenbeck, the 6'3" sophomore. 8-11. Will Swenson, another basket down low for Rice Lake, and Swenson off to a hot start. He has 11 points in double digits already, averaging 14.6 per game to lead the team, and he has 11 of the Warriors' 13.
You know, I don't know if you noticed it, but when he went for the tip, he did give you a little smile up here. He was looking up at you.
Yeah.
So I think he's coming out with a little something special tonight.
Colin Nichols left side for Von Hayden. Work to Gaybauer, back to Von Hayden, left wing. 5-point ball game. Rice Lake scored the first 7 points of the game, but the Warriors have given up a little bit of a run here to Chi-High. Zach Orr gets his hand caught in the cookie jar. 12:37 to play here in the first half. We get our first Kobe Twyman sighting, the talented freshman, 5'10" guard, 4.6 points per game. I think it was his first ever start against Memorial, where he pumped in 17.
He's a fun kid to watch, exciting. You always love to see those freshmen out here. Talked about it last time on the air, back to Mason Minarski getting some playing time as a freshman, all the way back to Aaron Canez.
And you look at their careers at Chi-High and what they did getting into those record books. Von Hayden up top picked up the dribble, pass knocked away by Swenson in the arms of Strand. Strand throws it up to Swenson. Swenson alley-oop up and in for 2.
Well, thought there was a chance of him putting that one down.
Maybe if the pass was a little better. Sorry, Evan.
Yeah, he would have had to windmill that one from about 8 feet away.
Nichols down the left side of the lane, high off the glass. He draws the foul from Swenson. And Nichols going to the line, shooting 2. Colin Nichols looking for his first points, 15-8. Rice Lake back up by 7.
So you know this Rice Lake team of the kids that are out there right now, and they all look like they got athletic football bodies. How many of them play on the Rice Lake football team?
Everyone but Sam Jevney, I believe, number 4. I don't think he played football this year, but everybody else. Will Johnson, as Nichols misses the first free throw. Grant Paholke, the presumed quarterback for next year's Warriors team, is in, the junior. Johnson will take a seat with his first foul. Team fouls even at 2 apiece. See if Colin gets this one dialed in. Second free throw. There you go for Colin. His first points. 15-9. 2-possession game. Nichols in the scoring column. Across the logo at midcourt, Zach Orr. He had 25 the last time these two teams met. Did Zach Orr 5 of 6 on his home floor. So far, he's been held in check, knock on wood. Right side, Evan Strand. Left side, Sam Jevney. Jevney fires it down to Swenson. Swenson pulls up from 10 feet, rattles it in and out, gets his own rebound, up and in for 2 more. Goodness. Swenson is at his season average already.
I say they only have 3 offensive rebounds, but I think that's because we've only seen Rice Lake miss 4 times tonight. I mean, realistically, actually, they've missed 5 times. We have 2 defensive rebounds. They have 3 offensive rebounds, so they've missed 5 shots and got 3 of them out of the 5.
Again, we talked about our Toyson Ford keys to the game, and not only minimizing turnovers, but not giving up offensive rebounds. As there's another turnover, gets away from Nichols. Jevney, throw to Will Swenson. Swenson, an alley-oop from Orr.
Now, in all fairness,
17 points in the first half for Swenson.
In all fairness, that was a good pass and could have been a dunk.
Maybe to get up a little higher as Jevney steps in front of the pass for the Warriors. 19-9 Rice Lake, kick right side, 3 in and out for Evan Strand, and the rebound pulled down by Dylan Beck. And Chi High again just needs to kind of get a little settled in here. And I'm sorry, that wasn't Dylan Beck, that was Connor Kalinsky.
Yep.
Right side, Kobe Twyman, open for 3, right wing, rims it in and out. Rebound to Orr. Zach Orr across the timeline, left side, leaves for Jevney. Fire down to Swenson. Swenson bodies up, goes hard at the glass, misses 1 point blank. Offensive rebound goes to the other side, and Swenson scores again. He has 19 of Chi High's 21 points.
And you could have saw that coming again with the physical body. Chi High just doesn't have somebody, in some years we have football players out there that don't play much basketball, but they can play good defense and hold some people out. We just don't have that here, and Swenson's going to have his way tonight.
21-9, largest lead of the night for Rice Lake. Under 10 minutes to go. Still a lot of time for Chi High here in the first half to try to get settled in as Orr. Physical defense on Von Hayden. Twyman right wing. 21-9, Chippewa Falls trailing Rice Lake. Twyman driving into the lane, lost on the way to the hoop. Thought there could be a call there. Instead, Orr going the other way, drives in hard, off the glass, no. Rebound put up by Strand. On the follow, no. And Chi High attacking the other way. Tipped pass, retrieved by Munson, and Munson... A timeout taken by Chi High. I thought maybe the Cards would get a call. They're letting them play a little bit here. We'll step out and be back after this on WOGO Sports. This is Chi High basketball.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated, online at stelterincorporated.com.
Welcome back to Chi High basketball on WOGO Sports. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank, and a reminder that at Wynn Family Dentistry, Dr. Daniel Wynn, Dr. Annie McLaughlin, and their team are ready to serve you. County Highway I and Chippewa Falls read testimonials on the Wynn Family Dentistry Facebook page. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you. Chippewa Falls Senior High School. Our board operator, Zach Wycheck at the WOGO Studios in Halle. Hope you'll check out the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube and subscribe there. Our on-site video producer is Mr. Sam Aberley. 9:29 to go. Rice Lake scored the first 7 points of the game. Cards cut it back to within 1, but now the Warriors back up double digits, 21-9. 19 of the first 21 for junior Will Swenson. And the Cards will inbound underneath the hoop with Cale Dillenbeck. Dillenbeck holding, drops it in, and a nice feed off the top of the glass. The finish for Connor Kalinsky, and Kalinsky his first bucket. 21-11, 10-point deficit for Chi High. Zach Orr left side for Will Johnson. Hostreiter back to Johnson left wing. Johnson set 31 threes, and they left him open for one. Rims in and out, rebound pulled down. Good aggressive rebound there for Chi High.
Kalinsky. He came in off the bench, didn't he? He's already got 2 points, 3 defensive rebounds.
Kalinsky up top, working against Grant Paholke. Right side, Dillenbeck. Against his fellow number 23, Pierce Hostreiter. Right side, Kobe Twyman. Quick snap off of a 3. That one rims in and out. Good shot for Kobe. Just wouldn't go down for the Cards. They trail by 10, just over 8.5 minutes to go here first half. Left side, Sam Jevney. Swings right side for Hostreiter. Hostreiter dropped down to the corner. Pass knocked away, and a turnover for the Warriors. Quick hands by Von Hayden. They get it to Twyman, right wing. Up top, Von Hayden swings left side, Dillenbeck. Puts on the floor with the right hand. Up top, Conrad Gabauer. Gabauer on the floor with the right hand. Drops to Von Hayden, high on the right up top. Back to Kalinsky. Gabauer right elbow, flip out to Kobe Twyman. Patient offensive possession here for Chi High. Gabauer back to Twyman. Under 8 minutes to play. 21-11, the Warriors of Rice Lake leading here at Chippewa Falls. Gabauer into the right corner again. Von Hayden pulls up, drops back to Gabauer. Thought about a 3, thinks better of it. Back up to Von Hayden, swings left side. Kalinsky. Kalinsky driving hard into the lane, blocked by Jevney. Coming the other way, the Warriors. Will Johnson down the lane, wraps a no-look pass into the lane, knocked away, but Grant Paholke snaps up the loose change and scores. And it's 23-11 Rice Lake.
Paholke, with this big lead, becomes only the 3rd Rice Lake Warrior to score.
23-11 Rice Lake. Nice drive down to the rim. No. Offensive rebound kicking out. Twyman for 3. Ring it up for Kobe Twyman. His first hit from downtown, and the freshman makes it 23-14. It's Chi High back within single digits here. Under 7 minutes to go. Hostreiter left wing for Rice Lake. Top against Dillenbeck, Jevney. Jevney left open for 3, rims one in and out. Chase for the rebound, and Kalinsky tracks it down. Gabauer lost it near midcourt, out of bounds, and last touched, tipped by Rice Lake, and staying with Chi High. And really like the way Kalinsky has come off the bench and attacked the glass.
Yeah. Well, Kalinsky's going to be sitting down. Interesting, he's all over the place right now, attacking the glass, making shots. He's got 5 rebounds right now.
Munson comes in, as does Colin Nichols. Gabauer and Kalinsky will take a breather. Swenson back in for Rice Lake. He guards the inbounds to Grant Von Hayden.
The other thing about Kalinsky is he's a relatively physical body out there too.
Dillenbeck open look at a 3, back rimmed it, no. Rebound to Zach Orr of Rice Lake. Under 6.5 to play. Swenson left wide open, goes hard at the rim and scores. He has 21.
We were having fun while he was on the bench for that 2 minutes. As soon as he comes back in, I think he's averaging 2 or 3 points a minute right now.
25-14, Rice Lake back up double digits. Again, forgive me, folks, on the live stream for not updating the score quickly enough. I get too excited when Chi High hits a 3 here. 25-14. Got it there for you on the YouTube live video stream.
See, you've got a number of different feeds there. A couple of us have the camera on us, which means we got to be prepared to be on camera.
You never know when you might be on camera on the video stream.
And who controls that? Who puts that out there for people to actually see us?
Well, I decide when we go on camera as Twyman rims in the first free throw. 6:02 to play, 25-15. So I suppose I could give you a little elbow or something like that when we're going on live, so you know.
Yeah, that might be fair.
Twyman has 4 points, make it 5 as he's perfect on the second free throw, 25-16. And again, Chi-High back within single digits, and I think that's the goal here. By halftime is to keep it to single digits, maybe low single digits. As a tipped pass down to Swenson, and Swenson finishes with the left hand. He has 23 of Rice Lake's 27. Starting to run out of space.
I am out of space too. We're both out of space.
Johnson knocks it away to Orr. Orr down the lane behind the back pass to Strand. They flip it back to Swenson, but Orr stepped on the baseline. Rice Lake in transition. Looked like they might have an easy layup and maybe got a little too fancy there.
So Rice Lake with 5 minutes left in the half, 5:37, only has 3 turnovers, really keeping it tight. Chi-High, meanwhile, has 9 turnovers.
27-16 the Warriors. Again, the last time these two teams met, it was 47-8 at halftime. Rhythm dribble for Twyman. Twyman for 3, back rim, no. Rebound tipped to Hastreiter. Rice Lake scored the first 25 points of the game in that first meeting between these two teams, so much more competitive tonight as Zach Orr drives in hard to the rim, going left to right, makes it 29-16. And Orr, that's his first basket tonight as he averages 14.3 per game. Become much more of a distributor his senior year. 29-16, Rice Lake up 13, and a steal far side of the floor as Hastreiter picks the pocket. Back out to Orr. Orr holding, wings it to Will Johnson, left of the circle, back to Orr high on the right. Drops it down, high elbow to Hastreiter. Drives in between 2 Chi-High defenders and high off the glass and scoring a good aggressive move there for Pierce Hastreiter. The 6-foot senior, his first basket, and it's a 31-16 lead for Rice Lake. Muntz in the backcourt having some trouble, has it knocked away by Hastreiter, and Hastreiter down the lane for a layup. Chi-High faithful maybe hoping there could be a foul there, but the officials do not agree.
Well, they're not
aggressive
this
trap.
is not very good for Chi-High that they're not calling it tight, because you do have a very aggressive and quick Rice Lake team.
33-16. The Warriors have extended the advantage here after Chi-High had cut it to single digits. Just over 4 minutes to play. Beautiful pocket pass down low to Colin Nichols. He got hammered on the way to the hoop. Again, no whistle there. I think they're going to say maybe got tripped up. But Chi-High with an offensive rebound. They'll reset up top near midcourt with Grant Von Hayden. Stepping in front of a pass, Evan Strand, and Strand down the lane for an easy layup. And it'll be 35-16. Rice Lake, as I believe that was just the first basket for Evan Strand.
And we now have 6 different Rice Lake players that have scored, but mainly only Will Swenson with more than 2 baskets.
Timeout taken by Coach Jason Prue. We are back in 30 seconds. This is Chi-High basketball on WOGO Sports.
Hi, this is Dave Check, attorney and owner of the Check Law Office. I've been a part of the Chippewa Falls community for most of my life. It's where I grew up and where I started my practice. My motto at the Check Law Office has always been to provide people with the same legal service that I would expect if my own family needed an attorney. You meet with me directly and you are treated like part of the team. My goal has always been to get problems solved as efficiently and inexpensively as possible. I have proudly fought for Chippewa Falls on the field, as a coach, and as an attorney. Don't hesitate to add the Check Law Office to your team.
Welcome back to Chi-High basketball on WOGO Sports. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. We'll stop into American Marine's boat show and find your dream boat. Plus 15% off parts and accessories. Don't miss the boat show. It's on now through the 16th at American Marine in Chippewa Falls. That's American Marine in Chippewa Falls. We appreciate their support of Chi-High McDonald Athletics here on WOGO, your home for Chippewa Falls sports. 35-16, Chi-High trailing to Rice Lake. Just over 3:20 to play in the first half out of the timeout by Coach Jason Prue. And a foul called on Sam Jevney of Rice Lake as Von Hayden was double-teamed and able to draw that infraction. That is the 5th team foul against Rice Lake.
What do you think is the most points that Will has scored in a half? He's at 23, which is pretty impressive for a half so far.
I know his season high was 28 in a game as Von Hayden driving in hard to the hoop. And he earns the contact. That's the 6th foul against Rice Lake, so bonus the rest of the way, but this will be shooting 2.
16 foul.
At the line for Chippewa Falls will be Grant Von Hayden for 2.
Von Hayden shooting his first free throws tonight. The righty rims out the first. 3:11 to go here in the first half. Chi High stuck on 16 for a bit here. White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass. Second free throw is good for the junior Grant Von Hayden, 35-17. Von Hayden, his first points tonight. Just over 3 minutes to play. Swenson left side, gets it back, drives at the right block, called for an offensive foul. As guess what? Kolinsky comes back into the game and makes things happen. Swenson trucked him.
Go as a turnover there, you know, in a different game where it was closer. I'm not sure if that would have been called there, but definitely with the lead that they have here.
Von Hayden in the backcourt, doubled by Swenson and Jevney, floats it over to Nichols. Chi High needs to get it across here. Kolinsky looks ahead, finds Dillon back up and in for 2. Great look by Kolinsky to Dillenbeck. Dillenbeck has 4 points, 35-19. Chi High creeping a little closer here. And we have a whistle underneath.
That's exactly what you need to do to punish that press. If you just are satisfied with getting it across the line and then set your offense up, you're never going to punish them. But right there, Chi High finally broke the press and punished them.
16-point deficit for the Cards. Rice Lake on the attack. Will Johnson up top to Will Swenson. Swings to Hostreiter. Hostreiter fires it down to Johnson, and Johnson an easy layup. A good action on the offensive set for the Warriors, and Johnson has 4 points. Dillenbeck has it knocked away, ripped away from him by Swenson. Swenson bobbling it down the lane, up with the right hand from the left side. Comes up short. Dillenbeck with the rebound. Out to Colin Nichols. Nichols right side. Flips it across the floor. Von Hayden. Back to Nichols. Nichols in rhythm. 4-3 front rim. No. Rebound Evan Strand. 2 minutes left in the half. 37-19. Rice Lake with the lead and the basketball. Chi High trying to dig in here defensively. Hostreiter to Will Johnson up top. Johnson swings to Strand. Strand quick trigger on a 3. Hits the 3 from the left corner. 40 points in the first half. And a timeout on the floor. We are back in 30 seconds. This is Chi High basketball on WOGO Sports. 40-19. The Cardinals trail the Warriors.
Beat the winter blues and dive into summer dreams at American Marine's exclusive in-house boat show. From February 6th to 16th in Chippewa Falls, discover huge savings on new and used boats and pontoons. Enjoy 15% off all parts and accessories and take advantage of our in-house financing. Whether you're into fishing, cruising, or sport boating, we have the perfect vessel waiting for you. Get ready to make waves this season at American Marine. Let's go boating.
Welcome back to Chi High basketball on WOGO Sports. Stelter Inc. works every day to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest lasting concrete with a fleet of dump trucks and drivers at your service. 3 generations of turning dreams into reality and always proud to support local sports. Visit StelterIncorporated.com. Get in touch with Ryan and the crew. That's StelterIncorporated.com. Chi High trailing by 21. Just over 90 seconds to play here in the first half. Dillenbeck in the left corner. Flips it out to Kolinsky, who's had a nice first half for Chi High. Von Hayden up top to Conrad Gaybauer. Gaybauer, the junior, flips to Kolinsky in the left corner against Jevney. Kolinsky puts it on the floor. Rather, Dillenbeck puts it on the floor with the right hand. Back to Gaybauer, left wing. Up top, Kolinsky. He'll snap off a 3. Back rim, no. Rebound tracked down by Jevney. Minute 15 left. He'll hand off to Orr. Kobe Twyman and Owen Munson about to come back in for Coach Jason Prue. There's a stoppage here. Orr up top, puts it on the floor with the right hand, goes by Von Hayden, and a foul called on the ground with 59.5 seconds to play. We'll contact Chippewa Falls State Farm agent Michelle Mua at 715-726-1919 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Michelle and her team treat you like family with unforgettable service and great coverage. Get a free quote now. State Farm agent Michelle Mua. That's MichelleMua.com, M-O-U-A, MichelleMua.com. Inbounds to Swenson from Orr, goes to Will Johnson. Back to Orr in the right corner, guarded by Kolinsky. He'll drop down to Swenson. He has 23 points. He pulls up, comes up short with the rebound It's Dillenbeck. Chi High with a chance here with 45 seconds left. Not sure if they want to try to hold that long for a final shot. There's Johnson giving Dillenbeck some trouble up top. Dillenbeck goes between his legs, and he'll draw a foul from Johnson. That will send Cale Dillenbeck to the line, shooting 1-1.
Right leg foul number 34.
Yeah, the Cardinals, at least the
second
positive spot is the number of fouls, but they probably should play a little bit more aggressive the way the refs are calling it tonight. They're letting a little bit go. And, you know, I always say you don't complain to the refs, then you just got to play that way on the other side, be a little bit more physical. Although, you know, looking at Rice Lake, I think they'd have a hard time being physical against them.
40-20 is now the score as Dillenbeck perfect on his first free throw. Proud sponsor of Chi High and McDonald Athletics on WOGO Sports for over 30 years. White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. 2 for 2 for Cale Dillenbeck, the sophomore, on that trip to the line. 19-point game, 40-21, Rice Lake with the lead here on the Chi High home floor. Zach Orr up top, and it seems like the Warriors may be playing for one here. Orr at the foul line, kick out left side, Pahokee. Back up top, Zach Orr. And the commitment announced yesterday to UW-Stevens Point. A whistle and a foul on Colin Nichols. That's just the team's 5th. Rice Lake has committed 8. Well, whether you're a contractor, business owner, or just looking to make some home improvements, H&R Electric is your solution. You can give H&R Electric a call at 715-723-2977. That's 723-2977, H&R Electric. Orr out to Pahokee, back to Orr. Orr has his shot swatted away by Colin Nichols. Back to Orr, 4 seconds to play. Orr lost it in the lane. Kolinsky, push ahead to Dillenbeck, can't quite meet the buzzer, but Chi High, a nice defensive flurry and a little stand showing off their grit here at the end of the first half. After one half complete, our score, Rice Lake 40, Chi High 21. We'll step out and be back in 3 minutes here on WOGO Sports and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you on WOGO. We're back in 3. This is Chi High basketball.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
What are customers saying about Post Glass and Mirror?
Amazing job on my screens and very friendly.
I absolutely love my new Lindsay vinyl windows.
Prices are the best in town, along with fast customer service.
Got 2 heavy glass shower doors from Post Glass and Mirror. High quality, excellent service.
When I picked up my car after they replaced my windshield, it was cleaner than when I brought it in.
For commercial or residential glass and recalibration of the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for any make and model, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. PostGlassandMirror.com.
Watch your dreams and savings grow with a Royal Credit Union certificate. Whether you're saving for college, a vacation, wedding, or a down payment on a house, Royal's 4.25% annual percentage yield 12-month certificate can help you reach your savings goals faster. Royal certificates have no minimum opening balance and a locked-in rate for a guaranteed return at maturity. Open now at any Royal office or online at rcu.org/certificate saver. Early withdrawal penalties could reduce earnings and principal. APY accurate as of 2/125. Insured by NCUA.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact State Farm agent Michelle Mua in Chippewa Falls for a free quote. MichelleMua.com.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business. Often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
It is halftime here in Chippewa Falls. Caleb Swenson along with Dave Check here on WOGO Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. And we'll give you the warning. We're going to go on camera here, Dave Check, as we'll say hello to our viewing audience on the WOGO live video stream on YouTube. There's a half-court shot coming up, so we'll keep that on there as well, as they're going to do a hike and then a shoot from the CF logo at midcourt on the way, and rims off the front of the iron. But again, some ups and downs in that first half for Chi High, trailing by 19 at the break. They gave up the first 7 points of the game to Rice Lake. Came back a little bit as we have another half-court shot coming up. So let's just take a look at this, as they're going to do the long snap this time, it would seem. The run-up, half-court shot goes over the top of the backboard.
Yeah, I think that first shot that they had is about as close as we're going to see in a long time.
Probably.
It's a half-court shot, but except for the one that the JV made at the end of the game.
Yes.
So, yeah, they did have some ups and downs. I would say a little bit of excitement when Munson put together a couple of back-to-back threes to 6 points to really, pull the Cardinals to within at least single digits for a little while. And also Dillenbeck stepping in and coming off the bench. Dillenbeck winds up actually leading the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Got 6 points on the night so far, so does Munson. But he also has 5 rebounds, Dillenbeck does, so, a pretty exciting spot for the Cards. And that's exactly what the coach is looking for. Again, tough Rice Lake team. You don't expect the Cardinals to come out here and win. That can't be your goal, because it's got to be a low percentage of happening, but you can still get a lot of positives out and learn some things. And certainly those two bright spots for a little while for the Cards.
Let's dive right into the stats. Maybe if you have the scoring stats, or I've got them as well, too. I guess I don't know what all you've kept track of so far. It certainly looks like your stat sheet is a lot busier than mine is.
Well, for the Cardinals, I usually keep track of their stats a little bit more. I got from the three-point line, they were 3 for 11. Shooting twos, they were 3 for 7, 6 for 8 from the free throw line. The big thing, you talk about wanting to limit turnovers. I think I always looked at anything under 15 as being good, anything over 20 as being bad, and in between is somewhere in between. Well, the Cardinals already have 13 in the first half, so you can tell where that puts them here on the night. And then, of course, Rice Lake with only 5. So, not doing too well on the first key of the game. The second key of the game is the offensive rebounds. We've given up 5 of those. We've had 3 on our end, which is, not a bad number for us, but giving up 5, you can't give up 10 offensive rebounds a game. That's just too many extra shots you're giving the other team, especially when your turnover margin is your -8.5. So you're giving up 8 extra shots. Really doesn't matter what your percentage is. You look at this. Cardinals are only took 18 shots.
Yeah.
So when you give up 18 extra shots, you can shoot 100% and still lose a game.
And again, looking at the leading scorers for both sides, Chi High, again, they've got a lot of players who can contribute offensively. You see that in the stats, but no one averaging double figures. On the other side, Rice Lake has 4 players averaging double figures this year. So again, in the first half, looked like we had a co-lead in points with Cale Dillenbeck and Owen Munson with 6 points apiece, and then 5 for Kobe Twyman, 2 for Connor Kalinsky, 1 for Grant Von Hayden, and 1 for Colin Nichols. On the other side, for Rice Lake, junior Will Swenson with 23 of their 40 points. Also 5 for Evan Strand, 4 apiece for Pierce Hostreiter and Will Johnson, 2 for Zach Orr, and 2 for Grant Baholke. Let's hear how the first half sounded here on WOGO Sports, your halftime highlights for the Cards. On YouTube, subscribe there. We appreciate it very much. Up top, Von Hayden against Zach Orr. Junior against senior. Von Hayden, kick out left side. Good look at a 3 for Chi High. Splash from the left wing. Chi High for 3, and that's Owen Munson, his 31st made three-pointer of the season. And the Cardinals on the board much earlier. Too strong off the back of the bracket. Long rebound out, and Chi High's Owen Munson pulls it down. to Dylan Beck. Dylan Beck spins in the lane over the top of Strand. Too strong. Dylan Beck grabs the rebound. Kick out Munson for a second three in a row. Yes, sir! Owen Munson hits a couple threes in a row. And it's a 1-point game just like that. 7-6 Rice Lake.
Third Rice Lake Warrior to score.
23-11 Rice Lake. Nice drive down to the rim. No. Offensive rebound kicking out. Twyman for three. Ring it up for Kobe Twyman. His first hit from downtown, and the freshman makes it 23-14.
Lead that they have here.
Von Hayden in the backcourt. Doubled by Swenson and Jevney. Floats it over to Nichols. Chi-High needs to get it across here. Kolinsky looks ahead, finds Dylan Beck up and in for two. Great look by Kolinsky to Dylan Beck. Dylan Beck has 4 points. It's 7-2-3, 29-77, H&R Electric. Orr out to Paholke, back to Orr. Orr has his shot swatted away by Colin Nichols. Back to Orr, 4 seconds to play. Orr locked. And that's how the first half sounded, with a defensive stand at the end by Chi-High. We're back in 90 seconds with the second half. It's the Cardinals and the Warriors here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube.
You can use duct tape to fix a leaky boat, fashion a wallet, or patch a hole in your tent. But if you're using it to keep your side mirror attached to your car or keep that bumper from falling off, come into Chippewa Auto Body and Service and we'll get your car back in working order. We offer comprehensive assistance with insurance claims on all makes and models. Your satisfaction, our priority. With loaner vehicles, early or late night pickup, and full auto maintenance services, keep the duct tape in the drawer. Chippewa Auto Body and Service behind Burger King in Chippewa Falls. Visit chippewa-auto.com.
The Y, where your membership comes with an entire community. Now with 3 full-service membership branches in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley membership rates are among the lowest in the area. Child Watch, monthly Parents Night Out events, family fun zones, group exercise classes, including yoga, and much more are all free with your YMCA membership. Learn more about the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley at www.ymca-cv.org.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Here comes Riley Biscuit, the defenseman, not afraid to turn it to offense. And what a shot by number 8. She got one over the right shoulder of Andrew, and we're all tied at 1.
What a laser of a shot. That was beautiful.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Second half set and ready to begin here on WOGO Radio, the all-new WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Hey, if you'd like to be part of the WOGO Sports team working in audio and video production for high school sports, apply today for an immediate part-time position with flexible hours. Contact WOGO Sports Director Greg Stewart, G. Stewart with a D, G. Stewart at WWIB.com, or call 715-723-1037. Chi-High down 40-21. We'll start with the basketball moving right to left. As we begin the second half, Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you. Sam Aberley, our on-site video producer for the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Back at the WOGO home base in Halley, Zach Wycheck, our audio producer for the radio broadcast. Kick out left side. Dylan Beck, the sophomore, wide open for three. Splashed it. Left wing triple. Ring it up for Cale Dylan Beck. And he has 9 points to lead Chi-High. That's exactly the way you want to start the second half.
Starting the second half just the way he played the first half. Again, great game for that young man tonight so far.
40 seconds into the second half. Bullet pass down low to Will Johnson. Johnson bumped on the way to the hoop. Conrad Gaybauer going to pick up the foul. First whistle of the second half. Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. Residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates and the latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Call 723-9490. Stop by or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com. That's qualitypropaneandfuels.com. Will Johnson now at 5 points as he hits the first free throw, the second one pending. And he hits a pair of free throws, 42-24 palindrome on the scoreboard now. Rice Lake with the lead. Evan Strand pressuring in the backcourt. Cardinals get it across in the forecourt with Nichols. Nichols matched up against Swenson, senior against junior. Colin Nichols swings left side, Von Hayden. Dillon back in the left corner. Hostreiter comes out on him. Up top, Grant Von Hayden against Zach Orr. Von Hayden gets by Orr, drives hard to the hoop, over the top of Swenson for two. Von Hayden, a nice teardrop off the top of the window. And that's his first field goal. Grant Von Hayden makes it 42-26. Look out left side. Hostreiter wide open for three. Side of the rim, no. Rebound ripped down by Chi High and Owen Munson. Dillon back across the timeline. Dillon back goes behind his back right wing, crosses over. Back to Von Hayden. And at 45 into the second half. Von Hayden right side out to Nichols. Nichols, good look at a three. Rims in and out. Rebound to Evan Strand. Strand across the logo, swings left side. Hostreiter back to Strand. Work around the perimeter right side, Zach Orr. Orr to Will Johnson. Johnson for three, swished it left wing. Too good a three-point shooter to be left wide open. Will Johnson has 5 quick points in the second half. 45-26, Chi High.
Only Rice Lake's third three-point made on the night.
Conrad Gaybauer into the forecourt. Drops it off to Dillon back. He lost it in the corner, but last touched by Rice Lake. Again, stat-wise, Will Johnson, 37% from long range, 31 of 83 from downtown coming into this game. That was his first made three, so his 32nd of the season. He's a big man with a soft shooting touch from outside. Von Hayden goes by Orr again, and nice touch, the English from Grant Von Hayden. And a couple pretty baskets here for Von Hayden to start the second half, 45-28.
Exactly, making it a little bit exciting under there, taking it a little bit of spin off the backboard.
Von Hayden called for a foul though on the other end. That is his third, team second here of the second half. And a timeout taken by head coach Jason Prue. We are back in 30 seconds. This is Chippewa Falls boys basketball on WOGO Sports.
Location, it's very important. But what happens when you can't get to the glass repair shop to fix your windshield? Call White City Glass. They'll come to you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abbotsford, Arcadia, Rice Lake, or Hudson, or any place in between. They've installed thousands of windshields in thousands of places for 50 years. They know what they're doing. It's your car. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you insist on White City Glass.
White City Glass.
Basketball on WOGO, WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports new live video stream. We're live streaming on our WOGO Radio Facebook page and the YouTube channel. Just search WOGO Sports. Fighting for Chippewa Falls on the field as a coach in the courtroom, Dave Check in the Check Law Office, making you part of the team, part of our broadcast team. Appreciate Dave being here tonight along with me. Sam Aberley, our on-site video producer. Zach Wycheck, our audio producer at the WOGO home base in Halley. Rice Lake with the lead, 45-28, coming out of the Chi High timeout. Not quite 3 minutes into the second half. Will Johnson, left wing, passes up the three at the foul line. Euros down the lane. Nice finish with the left hand. Johnson. A hot start to the second half. Young men named Will are scoring a lot for Rice Lake tonight. Zach Orr pulls up for three. Side of the iron, no. Strand tries to track down the offensive rebound, can't pull it in. Before it hits the baseline, out of bounds to Chi High, trailing by 19, 47-28 with 14:47 to go. When you're looking for a financial partner who has your best interest in mind, stop by Royal Credit Union. Royal's there to help you reach your financial goals. They give great advice that you can trust. See everything Royal has to offer at rcu.org. Dillon back having trouble in the backcourt, finds Gaybauer. They got to get it across, find Nichols. Nichols flips over to Von Hayden. Chi High can start their offensive set. 14.5 to go here, second half. Von Hayden wings it over right side for Owen Munson. Munson to Gaybauer, right elbow extended out to Von Hayden. Pass up the three, finds Dillon back. Left corner, triple, yes! Cale Dillon back for three, and he's into double digits tonight. The talented sophomore, his second made three. 47-31. Swenson just inside the foul line, out to Will Johnson. Johnson down the left side of the arc, drops for Hostreiter. Hostreiter high off the glass, no. Battle for the rebound, knocked away, and retrieved by Chi High. push ahead to Von Hayden. Von Hayden across the timeline. Big head of steam. Teardrop down the lane. Couldn't get the shooter's roll. Long rebound out to Rice Lake. They'll work the other way. Zach Orr outside the arc. 13:35 to go. Strand up top to Swenson. 47-31. The Rice Lake lead trimmed to 16. Kick out Hostreiter. Pass up the three in the right corner. Out to Evan Strand. Strand pulls up for a three from the right corner. Comes up well short. Good box out by Munson on the rebound. He'll wrap a pass to Gaybauer. And Gaybauer to Von Hayden, who will take his time walking it up to midcourt. Swings at the high post. Nichols. Back to Von Hayden. Feeds Nichols. High post. Kick out Dylan back opposite corner right side. They'll work to Owen Munson. Left corner open again for a three. That one an air ball, but Dylan back the offensive rebound. Conrad Gaybauer hits the brakes just outside the lane. Kick to Dylan back right wing. Outside the arc. Left side Owen Munson. This time he'll take the three again. That one comes off the back of the bracket. Long rebound out to Zach Orr. Couple good looks for Chi High, just wouldn't go down. 12:38 to play here first half. Swenson with a high ball screen for Zach Orr. Orr down the right side of the lane. Flips left side. Hostreiter wide open for three left corner. Off the side of the rim. No. Whistle underneath. And this foul will be going against Owen Munson, I believe. Well, Chippewa Auto Body and Service, they're always here to help, located behind Burger King. Chippewa Auto Body and Service is your local choice for vehicle repair, for body work, tires, and beautiful detailing. Free car wash with every oil change. That's Chippewa Auto Body and Service. Chippewa Auto Body and Service. Foul on Munson, his first. Jevney will track down the inbounds pass in the backcourt. Rice Lake on the move with 12:20 to go here in the second half. Chi High trailing 47-31. You're on WOGO Sports. Left side, Sam Jevney. Jevney puts on the floor with the left hand, flings it to Strand. Strand falling away for three from the right corner. No. Rebound pulled down. Good strong rebound that time by Colin Nichols. 1/3 of the way through the second half. Left side, Dylan Beck. Like the way Chi High's taken the floor here in the second half. Around 40-21 at the half. Again, they've cut that 19-point deficit just by three, but
Dylan Beck is
a little spark here.
Came out with a lot of fire.
Kobe Twyman, the freshman right side. Colin Nichols back to Twyman. Deep three, right wing for Kobe. Yes! Kobe Twyman.
Just going to say that with the other two getting hot, now's the time for Twyman to heat up, make a little run here. Actually a 13-point game.
47-34. Chi High creeping a little closer. Jevney in the left corner finds Paholke at the foul line. His runner in the lane. Back rim, no rebound. Snapped down by Kalinsky. He's been battling on the glass all night. Kalinsky. Left side, Dylan back rather. Left block extended. He'll flip one out. Von Hayden. Von Hayden, the junior, against Zach Orr, the senior. Drives him back near midcourt. Von Hayden trying to get past him on the bounce. Picked up the dribble. Finds Dylan Beck, and Paholke went through his body for a foul. That's the first whistle on Rice Lake in the second half. Chi High's committed 3 infractions. Exactly 11 minutes to go here in the game.
Really the opposite of what we saw in the first half, with Rice Lake getting put in the bonus pretty quickly and Chi High only having about 3 or 4 fouls.
Nichols up top to Dylan Beck. Left side, Von Hayden. 47-34 Rice Lake. They led 40-21 at the half. Chi High trying to make a push. Quick snap off of a 3 up top, a whistle as Twyman, I believe, had Kalinsky pushed back into him, and that foul was going to go against Rice Lake, their second. See who the guilty party is.
So if that's the case, it should be Kalinsky that's going to wind up, actually it would wind up not being a shooting foul.
Just a foul on the ground. They call that on Evan Strand, and that's his third, team second.
So that could have potentially been an and 2. That basket would have counted, and I think that was essentially after the shot.
It'll be Chi High basketball underneath the hoop. Inbounds to Kalinsky, goes hard at the rim. Oh, he missed one, point blank challenged there by Johnson. Good opportunity for Chi High to get closer. Now Jevney open for a 3, and he'll splash it from the right corner. 50 on the board for Rice Lake. They're back up 16 as Sam Jevney, the 5'10" senior, snaps one through from the right corner. Right side, Kobe Twyman. He'll try a runner off the glass and good. Kobe Twyman starting to find his groove a little bit more here offensively. He has 10 points unofficially. 14-point game. Chi-High trails 50-36. Jevney with the head fake goes by his man. No-look pass to Paholke. He missed with one from the right block. Rebound to Dillenbeck. He'll kick it out to Kalinsky. Kalinsky across the timeline, driving hard down the lane, blocked by Strand. The Warriors coming the other way, and Kalinsky still down. Strand drives in hard off the glass. No whistle and a foul on Dillenbeck. And Kalinsky is back to his feet and walking past half court, but he went down heavily. He has just been all effort tonight, Connor Kalinsky, the junior. So he'll try to walk this one off.
Some good things. We've heard their names all night long so far. Dillenbeck, Kalinsky. Some good things out of Munson tonight. Von Hayden.
9:52 to play as Strand is short on the first free throw. It's time. It's time to call Wierzgala Plumbing and Heating for that long overdue bathroom remodel. Tax time, maybe a great time to treat yourself to a walk-in shower or a jacuzzi. Wierzgala can do that for you. Maybe finally add that extra bathroom you've been doing without. Call Wierzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate, 839-0707 or Wierzgala.com. It's 839-0707 or Wierzgala.com as Strand hits the second free throw, and we'll take a timeout as there's one on the floor as well. 9:52 to go. We are back in 60 seconds on WOGO.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Yep, it's cold. And as you're spending extra time indoors, you realize it's time for a change. No, not a tropical getaway. Something a little more practical, like that long overdue bathroom remodel from Wierzgala Plumbing and Heating. Treat yourself to a walk-in shower or jacuzzi. How about finally adding that extra bathroom in the basement? Call Wierzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate and make the dream happen.
Serve again, Wierzgala Company.
Back to the action here on WOGO Sports. Hey, if you'd like to be part of the action, part of the WOGO Sports team, working in audio and video production for high school sports right here in Chippewa Falls, apply today for an immediate part-time position with flexible hours. Contact WOGO Sports Director Greg Stewart, gstewart@wwib.com, or call 715-723-1037. Chi-High trailing 51-36 out of the timeout. Twyman open for three! He hit another one! Kobe Twyman getting hot from downtown.
Twyman 3 for 3 so far this half.
51-39. The Cards back within 12 as a trio of triples for Kobe Twyman.
He's an exciting freshman to watch.
Right block extended. Will Swenson against Dillenbeck. Flips it out left side. Will Johnson, he's had a hot hand. Too strong on the three. And a whistle and a foul on Rice Lake as Connor Kalinsky. Another rebound despite being a little banged up here a couple minutes ago.
Kalinsky had 5 rebounds in the first half, 2 in the second.
And don't look now, but Chi-High has a chance to get this back to a single-digit game as we have another whistle on Rice Lake. Zach Orr, his hand caught in the cookie jar as he tried to slap it away from Von Hayden.
To their credit, I've only had them for 1 turnover so far this half. Of course, Rice Lake has had 0 turnovers this half.
Inbounds to Von Hayden in the backcourt. Orr will meet him right at the logo. Von Hayden goes between his legs across the timeline. Orr pokes it away. Von Hayden retrieves near midcourt. Grant Von Hayden, the junior, gets by Orr. Blocked from behind by Orr. Kick back out to Dillenbeck on the loose ball. Kobe Twyman left side. He'll head fake. Twyman down the lane, spinning, pulls up from 10. Feet won't roll down. Strand with the rebound. Back to Orr. Zach Orr, right wing. Right side, Sam Jevney. Jevney against Kalinsky, trying to post him up. Goes baseline and a beautiful baby hook.
That's
for Sam Jevney.
Very low percentage shot. I thought he kind of forced that one up, but if he's got that in his bag, he's got it in his bag.
53-39. Dillenbeck across the timeline, lost it to Orr, and Orr's going to have a wide open path to the basket for an easy layup. 55-39. Zach Orr just at 4 points. We got a gift there. Twyman has it poked away by Jevney in the backcourt as Rice Lake picking up the defensive intensity. Twyman now into the forecourt with exactly 8 minutes to play, 55-39. Cards trailing by 16. Going back up top to Von Hayden. Left side, Kolinski. Kolinski lost it off his shoe, but Nichols retrieves, gives it right back to Kolinski, but Will Johnson steps in front of the pass. Johnson leading the break to Will Swenson. Swenson driving in hard, and an offensive foul. Nope, no. They're going to get an and one.
And that's what I was talking about in the first half. I thought they called that a little bit tight on him because I thought the player stepped in and got a charge. That could go either way, and that time it went against the Cardinals, and he's going to be shooting three. So his first points of the half, a chance to pull to 26 now, and you said highest game that you know of is 28?
28, yeah, early in the season, 57-39. Again, one of those bang-bang plays where Swenson's a very physical player, went through Kolinski, and Kolinski called for the block, so it's an and one instead of going the other way as Swenson hits the free throw.
And sometimes you get that foul called not necessarily because it is a charge, but because there's just so much of a difference in the physicality when the offensive player is such a big, strong player.
Nichols in the backcourt. A little bump there. Chi-Hi safely into their offensive set, but now trailing by 19 again, 58-39. Looking for a response here. Up top, Munson got tripped up, finds Twyman, right side Von Hayden, going through his body is Zach Orr. That is the fourth foul on Rice Lake. 5 whistles so far against the Cards with 7:12 left, but that is the 4th whistle against Evan Strand. We'll see what Coach Orr opts to do.
And good play by, he's going to take Strand out right now, well, or the next buzzer, but good play by Strand going for the steal there. He would have had an easy 2. You know, at least it's not a bad foul. Von
Hayden goes by everybody, Euros down the lane, blocked by Swenson, and held ball. Jump ball possession going to Rice Lake. I thought they might draw a foul there, but
not a good matchup going up against 6'4" Swenson, and you got Grant Von Hayden listed at 5'11", and 5'11" might be giving him a little bit of credit.
But we've seen this burst a number of times, the burst off the bounce for Grant Von Hayden, his ability to drive, get by his defender, and get to the rim. Just
he is quick,
with
but
the rim protector that time is poor foul on the ground.
He's quick, but the problem is you got Swenson, who was playing the help defense there, so he's not beating his man off the dribble. He's coming into the middle with Swenson, who's ready for him, and it's just not going to be a good matchup at that point.
On the other side, Rice Lake to inbound. Chi-Hi has just committed their 16th foul, and
Rice Lake with a rare turnover first of the half.
I was going to say, it hasn't happened
6
very
on the
often
game
for Rice Lake. Gaybauer is the one who committed that foul for Chi-Hi, by the way, his 3rd, and Gaybauer gets it just outside the lane, working, trying to back down, kick out, Nichols for a 3, rims it in and out. Rebound to Rice Lake, the Warriors Hostreiter to Zach Orr. 6:22 to play, Jevney left all alone for another 3, and he has just been on fire from that right corner. Sam Jevney makes it 61-39.
Jevney with 8 points on the night.
I think they've all come in the second half.
Twyman.
Speaking of on fire, Twyman comes up short on the 3 kick out, and first a foul against Rice Lake. Otherwise, Von Hayden had a wide open.
Rice Lake foul 23. Here's Hostreiter.
Hostreiter called for the foul, team's 5th and his 1st. Exactly 6 minutes on the clock. 61-39 Rice Lake. Nichols to inbound. Nichols holding, the senior waiting, and slides a long bounce pass out to Von Hayden. Right side, Conrad Gaybauer. Checked by Johnson. Gets by Johnson, pulls up off the glass and scores. 61-41. Gaybauer, the junior, puts it in. That's his first basket, the 6'5" forward. Up top off the screen from Swenson is Orr. We have an offensive foul, and I think they might get Will Swenson for clearing out some space there. That is his 2nd, the team's 6th. So bonus the rest of the way. We may see a lot of free throws, the final 5:42. .40 to go here in the game. 61-41, Rice Lake with a 20-point lead, trying to sweep the season series against your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Right side, Munson. Munson looking for another 3. Yes, sir! You better believe it. Right corner pocket triple for Owen Munson, his 3rd of the game. Chi-Hi refuses to roll over here against Rice Lake, trying to make a push in the final 3rd of the second half. One-handed catch up top. by Zach Orr to Jevney, who's had a hot hand here in the second half. Pierce Hostreiter swings back to Orr. Just over 5 minutes to play, 61-44. They'll drop down to Swenson. Swenson has his shot swatted away by Gabauer, who's pumped up about that one. As he spiked the shot into the far corner.
Gabauer was some great help defense there. You know, the physicality of Swenson I thought would have been hard to stop there, but he just came over the top.
And any foul will put either team on the line here. 5:01 to go, 61-44, Rice Lake. Warriors find Will Johnson off the inbound. On the left, the point guard, Zach Orr. UW Stevens point commit. Will Johnson left wing, pulls it up back to Orr. Orr snaps off a three and splashes it. Goodness.
It's just a matter of time.
Shot from Orr.
Just a matter of time with Zach Orr to get on the board for his first three-pointer of the night.
He hit 5 of 6 from downtown in Rice Lake against Chippewa Falls. And held down a little bit more as Von Hayden, a beautiful move in the lane to get to the rim but couldn't finish. Orr jumps it down to Will Johnson. He gets too far underneath the hoop and misses, and Munson clears up the rebound. Munson fires it to Twyman. Twyman a little bobble in the corner, diving on the floor, trying to rip that one away is Jevney. And
this will be an interesting call.
Yeah,
looked like
we'll
Rice
see what
Lake
they're
had
calling
the ball.
Jevney trying to say
They're trying
he
to
had
say
the ball.
timeout. I think the coach was trying to call timeout, but I don't know how he would call timeout if we didn't have possession.
And they will say Chi-High basketball.
That's interesting how Chi-High comes up with that, unless that was a travel call, because I didn't think Twyman had any possession of the ball at all.
Bjorn Helstad comes into the game, the 6'2" freshman, number 24. Inbounds up top to Twyman. He'll try another three.
Bang!
Left of the circle! Bang! Kobe Twyman, 64-47.
He is getting hot. And that's something to look forward to for the future of Chi-High when you got a freshman doing that.
3 more years of Kobe Twyman. Under 4 to go, 64-47. And the freshman didn't start today, got a little banged up in the game against Menominee, I believe, but he has found his stroke here tonight. 3:40 to go. Swenson up top, jabbing, goes hard to the rim, had his shot knocked away, but a foul.
Yeah, it's Gabauer again, though. He was looking
Gabauer.
for 2 in a row.
Yeah, looking for the Matumbo spike. Swenson will go to the line, 59% foul shooter, shooting 2. That was the 17th foul against Chippewa Falls. Plumbing or heating and cooling emergencies, they don't take days off, and that's why Wersgala Plumbing and Heating doesn't either. They're available 24/7. First free throw is good for Swenson. He is 27. Serving the Chippewa Valley and surrounding areas since 1969, Wersgala Plumbing and Heating. Call 839-0707 or go to wersgala.com. That's 839-0707 or wersgala.com.
Is Swenson going to have a 30-point night? I would think that he would be sitting pretty soon after this.
Second free throw is good. He has tied his season high of 28. 66-47. 3.5 minutes to play. Chi-High trailing by 19. Von Hayden up top. Von Hayden against Evan Strand, who's playing with those 4 fouls. Right side, Dillenbeck. Dillenbeck trying to get by Helstad. Pumps on him at the right block. Pulls one up, and it won't fall. And a held ball called. As they'll say Helstad got that one cleanly and out of bounds. Rice Lake will be inbounding here. Off the jump ball, I believe.
That's the second time.
No, excuse me. It should be Chi-High basketball here.
Yep. But
that was a jump ball, I believe, and that puts the ball out of bounds to
second time that Rice Lake has had a block shot turn into a jump ball.
Nichols to inbound. Finds Munson. Munson lost it on the way to the hoop. Handoff from Will Johnson to Jevney with 3:04 to play. 66-47 Rice Lake. Left side Johnson. A 19-point lead, Rice Lake in no hurry here. Helstad swings right side to Jevney. Guarded by Kobe Twyman. Jevney, the senior, throws left side, and Colin Nichols steps in front of that. Nichols wide open, down the lane layup. A timeout on the floor is Colin Nichols. All the way to the hoop for 2. We'll step out and be back right after this on WOGO Sports. Back in 30 seconds. This is Chi-High basketball.
Only the best. That's what you get from Stelter Incorporated and the concrete they provide. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has been helping turn people's dreams into reality with the highest quality ready-mix concrete tested every day. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, and their fleet of dump trucks and drivers are here to serve you. Expect the best. That's what you'll get from Stelter. Stelter Incorporated. Online at stelterincorporated.com.
We'll stop into American Marine's Boat Show and find your dream boat, plus 15% off parts and accessories. Don't miss the Boat Show on now through the 16th at American Marine in Chippewa Falls. Caleb Swenson, Dave Check with you on WOGO Radio, 103.1 FM AM 680, and live streaming and podcast at wogo.com. Also the new live video stream, the WOGO Radio Facebook page. And if you'll subscribe, you'll never miss a Chi-Hire McDonald game. WOGO Sports on YouTube. That's WOGO Sports on YouTube. 2:43 left to play in this one, 66-49. Chi-High trails by 17. The Rice Lake Warriors with the basketball facing full court pressure. Dylan Beck will guard the inbound. Flipped into Evan Strand, back to Swenson along the baseline. Swenson puts it on the floor and drives it across midcourt. Picked up by Dylan Beck there. 2:36 to play and counting. Swenson up top off the screen from Will Johnson. Gives it to Johnson against Twyman, or right side, or against Von Hayden. That's been a fun matchup to watch between those two. Will Johnson, Will Swenson, swings out to Orr. Orr against Von Hayden, jabs down the lane. Orr slices to the rim and scores. 68-49, a pretty move there for Zach Orr. He has 9 points. Colin Nichols swings right side. Munson left alone for 3. Rims in and out. Rebound to Strand with 1:58 to play. 68-49. It's a far cry from the first meeting between these two teams where Rice Lake led 47-8 at the half and scored the first 25 points of the game. Chi-High has been competitive in this one, especially here in the second half. Feed down to Will Swenson. Lost it in the corner. Gets it back. And a whistle and a timeout taken by Coach Orr with 1:34 to play. We'll step out and be back as well. Back in 30 seconds here on WOGO Sports. This is Chi-High basketball. Back in 60 seconds, rather. We'll take a full 1-minute break and be back.
Beat the winter blues and dive into summer dreams at American Marine's exclusive in-house boat show. From February 6th to 16th in Chippewa Falls, discover huge savings on new and used boats and pontoons. Enjoy 15% off all parts and accessories and take advantage of our in-house financing. Whether you're into fishing, cruising, or sport boating, we have the perfect vessel waiting for you. Get ready to make waves this season at American Marine. Let's go boating.
Hi, I'm Justin Check, lifetime member of the Check Law Office team. As a former Chi-High and college quarterback and now a Division II quarterbacks coach, I know the importance of having a solid team on your side. Athletics has also taught me the importance of leadership, community, and dedication. These are the same skills that my dad brought to the Chippewa Valley and built his firm around 25 years ago. Communication, dedication, experience, trust. The same characteristics you want in a team, you need in your attorney. The Check Law Firm motto has always been teamwork. Don't hesitate to join our team.
Well, White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass of Chippewa Falls. Caleb Swenson with Dave Check. You're on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Rice Lake inbounding the basketball out of the timeout from Coach Orr of the Warriors. 68-49. Runner along the baseline. No good for Parker Dvorak, 5'10" freshman, as Coach Orr got some subs in out of that timeout. Feed down low for Chi-High. No. Nichols gets the putback. That one won't go down. Dylan Beck fighting for the rebound, and it's cleared by Paholke. 1:13 left. Von Hayden steps in front of a pass at midcourt. Tried to slide a bounce down to Nichols. Knocked out of bounds by the Warriors with 1:08 to play. Contact Chippewa Falls State Farm agent Michelle Mua at 715-726-1919 for life, home, car insurance, and more. Michelle and her team treat you like family with unforgettable service, as a miss by Von Hayden. Unforgettable service and great coverage. Get a free quote now. State Farm agent Michelle Mua. That's MichelleMua.com. Grady Shepley, the 6'4" freshman, out there for Rice Lake, as well as a number of others, including Ben Vandevort, 5'10" sophomore. He'll take a three. That one rims in and out. You can see the starters rising to their feet as Vandevort took that one. Down the lane, Nichols drives in hard, hung it on his hip, got bumped on the way to the rim with 37.6 left. Holke called for the foul.
So the Cardinals with 37 seconds left in this game, 68-49. Average score over the 16 games that they've played, they've given up 67 and scored 40. So relatively close game to that. A little bit more points on behalf of the Cardinals, but
we'll see if Nichols can add to it here. With 37.6 to play, first free throw is good for Colin. Nichols brings Chi High to the half-century mark, trailing 68-50. Second free throw perfect for the senior as well. Gaybauer in. Nichols will get a high five from his coach as he heads to the bench. 68-51 Rice Lake. 35 seconds left. Left side feed for Hellstad. Right, Dvorak, they'll try a three. Back rim, no long. Rebound out to Kalinsky. Kalinsky has just been a beast today on the boards for Chi High. I don't think he's quite got to double digits, but an impressive game for Connor Kalinsky.
Pretty close. He's got nine rebounds.
Kalinsky right side. Chi High with some subs of their own into the game as well. Left side open look at a three. Comes up a little bit short for Carter Berg, the 6'3" junior guard for Chi High. The buzzer shot comes up short for Rice Lake. Your final score in Big Rivers Conference basketball, the Rice Lake Warriors 68, your Chippewa Falls Cardinals 51. Chi High falls to 0-17 on the season, 0-11 in the Big Rivers Conference. The 11th win of the season for Coach Kevin Orr and the Rice Lake Warriors. They are 11-6 now, and now back above 500 at 6-5 in the Big Rivers Conference. Don't go away. We've got a lot coming up in the Post Glass Postgame Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Quality service at affordable prices for commercial home and auto glass. Visit postglassandmirror.com. That's postglassandmirror.com. We'll have your second half highlights, and there were a lot of them. We'll give you your stat line, Holly Bovey names you know stats recap, and we'll talk live with head coach Jason Prue as well. That's all ahead in 3 minutes here on WOGO, your home for Chi High and McDonald Athletics. Chi High falls at home to Rice Lake. Back in 3 minutes here on WOGO.
Whether it's in education, business, or athletics, being part of a team is something truly special. This is Jamie Liebrandt, Market President at Northwestern Bank, and every day our team is here for you, for your family, your business, and your community. At Northwestern Bank, you'll find all the technology and services of big banks, but in a personal setting that shows that people are what we value most. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
At Post Glass and Mirror, quality comes first. Maybe you need a beautiful storefront window or a show-stopping custom shower door. Post Glass and Mirror can custom cut glass and mirrors and offers quick replacement of fogged or broken windows. And if your windshield takes a hit, they offer free mobile service and can recalibrate the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for all makes and models. Post Glass and Mirror is also hiring auto glass technicians, window installers, and in-shop repair technicians. For commercial, home, and auto glass, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls.
Watch your dreams and savings grow with a Royal Credit Union certificate. Whether you're saving for college, a vacation, wedding, or a down payment on a house, Royal's 4.25% annual percentage yield 12-month certificate can help you reach your savings goals faster. Royal certificates have no minimum opening balance and a locked-in rate for a guaranteed return at maturity. Open now at any Royal office or online at rcu.org/certificate saver. Early withdrawal penalties could reduce earnings and principal. APY accurate as of 2/1/25. Insured by NCUA.
We welcome you into the Post Glass Postgame Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Head coach Jason Prue, kind enough to join us. Chi High falls here at home 68-51. And first off, Coach, we talked before the game, the last time you played Rice Lake, it was a 47-8 game at halftime. First 25 points of the game went to the Warriors. A lot more competitive here in the first half, but especially in the second half, there just seemed to be a little bit more fire with this team, and they were competitive with a good Rice Lake Warrior squad.
Yeah, and that's what you want out of this. We got a lot of young guys that most of them are all coming back. Unfortunately, we're going to lose Colin at the end of the year, but it's guys that know that it's celebrating the little things right now. So we're trying to really get after all those small things and have small victories where we can, and kind of play to our cornerstones of enthusiasm and hard work. And we've really stressed that the last couple weeks, and I feel like we're trending in the right direction, and we're going to eventually get to the place that we want to be. Rice Lake's a really, really tough team, and the way that they pressure you, and they're just a complete team like we talked about pregame at all levels on the court. It's just really tough, and I thought our guys responded really well and competed.
Coach, you talk about the hard work, doing the little things, and again, sometimes it's easy to look at the threes and the splash plays, and players like Kobe Twyman had an excellent game offensively, but what really stuck out to us tonight is players like Kalinsky coming in off the bench for you and just working his tail off on the glass, and it's players like that, it's plays like that are really going to get you where you want to be.
Yeah, Connor is definitely our he gets after it. He's a captain. He gets on the floor. He takes charges. He had a streak there where it was like 7 games in a row where he took a charge, and that's what he does. He puts his body on the line for his teammates, and his teammates respond to that, and it was awesome to see him do those things.
And finally, Coach, again, you're looking for that first win here, but what do you take from this game and say, guys, that's something we can build off? We're getting closer to where we want to be.
Yeah, I think offensively we continue to take care of the ball, and there was a stretch there where we were turning it over, and that kind of put us in a hole. But when we took care of the ball, we can play with a little bit of pace. We have Grant, obviously, with the ball in his hand, is lightning quick and hard to keep in front of. It was kind of cool to see him do that against a caliber guy like Zach Orr, though he's just committed to play at UW Stevens Point, and he's a WIAC guard, and Grant's getting by him, and that was really cool to see. Grant can get into the lane for us. Obviously, Owen Munson and Kobe Twyman can shoot the ball around him. Colin can shoot the ball and finish a little bit around the basket. So I think we can start playing with a little bit more pace with the way that Grant's been playing.
Well, Coach, I know we'll see you next week as well. Looking forward to that. And, again, entertaining brand of basketball here for Chi High, and looking forward to seeing you guys continue to take step after step each night.
Yeah, thank you.
That's head coach Jason Prue. Appreciate his time here on our WOGO postgame show. We'll step out and be back in 2 minutes with the Post Glass postgame show brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact State Farm agent Michelle Mua in Chippewa Falls for a free quote. MichelleMua.com.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
At Chippewa Valley Financial Services, they know that taxes and bookkeeping are a necessary part of life and business, but often the last thing you'd like to be working on. With offices in Chippewa Falls and Eau Claire and a full staff of accountants, bookkeepers, and tax preparers, Chippewa Valley Financial Services stands ready to help businesses and individuals, taking away the burden and freeing up your time for what matters most. For taxes, accounting, and bookkeeping, there's only one name you need to know: Chippewa Valley Financial Services.
You can use duct tape to fix a leaky boat, fashion a wallet, or patch a hole in your tent. But if you're using it to keep your side mirror attached to your car or keep that bumper from falling off, come into Chippewa Auto Body and Service and we'll get your car back in working order. We offer comprehensive assistance with insurance claims on all makes and models. Your satisfaction, our priority. With loaner vehicles, early or late night pickup, and full auto maintenance services, keep the duct tape in the drawer. Chippewa Auto Body and Service behind Burger King in Chippewa Falls. Visit chippewa-auto.com.
Welcome back to the Post Glass postgame show brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. They're now hiring for auto glass technicians, window installers, and in-shop repair technicians. Join the team today. Click on careers at postglassandmirror.com. That's postglassandmirror.com. com. And Dave Check wants to put my younger brother on the broadcast here, so we'll see if Sam can get a shot here. So again, we are the Chippewa Falls station, undoubtedly, but don't always get the chance to have my little brother on the floor and to broadcast a game. So Will tied for a career high and a season high with 28 points here tonight. What are your thoughts on the game?
Well, I mean, wish I had gotten the 2 points at the end, but
I know you were looking to not just tie that career high, but set a new one, get a 30-point game too. But again, the Cards played you tough. You had 23 points in the first half, but that second half they made life a little bit more difficult for you.
Yeah, they stepped up defensively when they went back to man out of the triangle and 2, I think it was. But yeah, they really pressured us in the second half, and we had a little trouble with that, but just had to get comfortable with it.
And your thoughts, again, the first time you guys played Chi-High versus the second time, because we've been talking a lot. Again, it's been a tough slog for them looking for their first victory, but it sure seemed like even from first half to second half that they took another step here, and I think you guys would say the same thing, that this is an improved team from the first time that you saw them.
Well, yeah, defensively they've really stepped up, and I mean offensively they were hitting all their threes. They were getting great looks, and I mean they gave us a run for our money. So.
Well,
in the second half.
Will, again, now that you guys have played Chi-High twice, we can say best of luck to you and the Warriors the rest of the way here, and thanks for your time. Thanks for being on the broadcast. That doesn't always happen when we get the younger brother, even if you are on the opposing team. Yeah. So, all right, that's little brother Will Swenson here on the Post Glass Post Game Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls, as we'll rejoin Dave Check here. And Dave, again, looking at this game, It was a game, too, where on paper going into it, we thought, okay, Rice Lake, again, a team that's third in the Big Rivers Conference. Is going to be a tough matchup. But even as Will just mentioned, this is a Chi-High team that when they lock in defensively, when they're able to minimize the turnovers, they can hang with teams here in a very competitive conference.
Yeah, and we'll take a look at that when we see the second half stats. And, Rice Lake's a team that may be middle of the road right now, packed for the Big Rivers Conference, but that really sits well for them as they head into the tournament. Obviously playing in a smaller division, it doesn't do them any harm having a couple losses to teams like Memorial and teams like Hudson. Coming into the teams that they have to play in the playoffs. I got to tell you, I was not going to miss the opportunity to put a young student athlete on the spot. And see how he responds. I just love doing that. He responded very well. Very excited. I mean, as you talk about a kid like him going to the next level, and these athletes are going to have to get used to someone throwing a mic in front of them and seeing how they just react on the spot. So really excited to see that. You talk about the Cardinals and what we said were the keys to the game, and I really don't even want to add these up and kind of do the totals, because really the second half is completely different.
It really was.
Cardinals wind up in the second half 5 for 12 from the three-point line, 6 for 15 for twos, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. But the difference is essentially, you look at the turnovers, they tied Rice Lake. 4 turnovers for Rice Lake, 4 turnovers for Chi-High. Real impressive second half.
And again, it was 13 turnovers in the first half, right? And so, they were trending toward, again, a 25-plus turnover game, which, again, is dangerous territory. They've been averaging almost 20 turnovers per game. So to cut down a 4-turnover half, I think most coaches will say, hey, if we're in single-digit turnovers at the end of the game, we did pretty well. And so, again, a 4-turnover half, I think Coach Prue has to be really pleased with that.
Yeah, exactly. So you look at Rice Lake, they were just consistent throughout the full game. 5 turnovers in the first half, 4 in the second half. But the other thing is Chi-High really cut down the offensive rebounds for Rice Lake in the second half, too. They had 5 in the first half, only 1 in the second half. So you look at the second half and how they performed and how they stayed even with that's exactly why. The keys that we said right from the beginning of the game, they held true. Wind up leading scorers for Cardinals. Twyman really came out alive in the second half, really made it exciting. 15 points, 1 rebound. Dylan Beck had 12 points, 7 rebounds. Munson had 9 points, 5 rebounds. You had Nichols and Von Hayden both had 5 points. Nichols had 4 rebounds. Von Hayden had 1. And rounding it out, Kalinsky with 2, but he had 8 rebounds. I think I had said on the air that he had 9, but he had 8
Close
rebounds.
To double digits.
And, of course, Rice Lake had mixed scoring as usual, but they're probably not used to having one scorer have so much more than the rest, obviously, with 28 for Will. Rice Lake is more of a balanced team with 4 players in that 10 to 15 range, probably on any given night.
I mean, 4 players that average 10 points per game. So, and I think you talk about the career high, season high game for Will Swenson, but you had a lot of other players for Rice Lake that were held below their season averages too, and I think that's something again to build on defensively for Chi-High. They did a lot of nice things in this game tonight.
Well, and take a look at what happened with Orr. I think Von Hayden and his quickness did a really good job.
Yeah.
Orr had a really nice move against him in the end and scored on that one drive, but Von Hayden did a pretty good job of holding him. This team really matches up well for Will to go off.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a big physical player. Chi-High, like I said, in the past have had some football players that aren't even basketball players, but they can hold people out. We just didn't have anybody that could match body for body with him, and this game was set up that he probably could have had 30 or 40. There was a number of times where he passed and kicked it out and was generous to the other teammates. So quality game for Rice Lake, good half for Chi-High, something to look at, and a couple of exciting things to look at, which is all we can really hope for.
Well, we're going to take one final break here just for a minute so we can get a couple highlights queued up, and then I know they probably want to kick us out of the gym here. Again, Chi-High basketball on WOGO Sports Cards Fall 68-51. We'll be back in 1 minute to put a bow on it here. This is the Post Glass Post Game Show brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Back in a minute.
Welcome to the bundle event. Entering now our undisputed tag team champions, the mid-size SUV and the mid-century modern. Together with a State Farm agent, this auto and home duo are a powerful force of savings, service, and customizable coverage. Now, let's get ready to bundle.
Contact State Farm agent Michelle Mua in Chippewa Falls for a free quote. MichelleMua.com.
Availability and amount of discounts and savings vary by state.
Quality Propane and Fuels, Northern Wisconsin's trusted propane supplier since 1996. At Quality Propane, we're committed to the highest level of service for all our customers, residential, commercial, and industrial. Quality Propane always brings you competitive rates through our strong focus on efficiency, and we use the very latest technology to keep your family safe and cut energy costs. Payment programs available to fit any situation. Call 723-9490. Stop by the office or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
WOGO, Hallie Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. Let's take a listen to the second half highlights as we wrap things up for the Post Class Post Game Show. Jason Hallie, Zach Wycheck, our audio producer for the radio broadcast. Kick out left side. Dillenbeck, the sophomore, wide open for three. Splashed it. Left wing triple. Ring it up for Cale Dillenbeck. On Hayden. Dillenbeck in the left corner. Hostreiter comes out on him. Up top, Grant Von Hayden against Zach Orr. Von Hayden gets by Orr, drives hard to the hoop, over the top of Swenson for two. Von Hayden, a nice teardrop off the top of the window. His 32nd of the season. He's a big man with a soft shooting touch from outside. Von Hayden goes by Orr again, and nice touch, the English from Grant Von Hayden. And a couple pretty baskets here for Von Hayden to start the second half. 14.5 to go here, second half. Von Hayden wings it over right side for Owen Munson. Munson to Gaybauer, right elbow extended out to Von Hayden. Pass up the three, finds Dillenbeck. Left corner, triple, yes! Cale Dillenbeck for three, and he's into double digits tonight. The talent is it just by three, but
Dillenbeck is
a little spark here.
Came out with a lot of fire.
Kobe Twyman, the freshman right side. Colin Nichols back to Twyman. Deep three, right wing for Kobe, yes! Kobe Twyman.
Just going to say that with the other two getting hot, now's the time for Twyman to heat up, make a little run here. Actually a 13-point game.
With flexible hours, contact WOGO Sports Director Greg Stewart, gstewart@wwib.com, or call 715-723-1037. Chi-High trailing 51-36 out of the timeout. Twyman open for three! He hit another one! Kobe Twyman getting hot from downtown.
Twyman 3 for 3 so far this half.
Fifth against your Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Right side, Munson. Munson looking for another three! Yes, sir! You better believe it! Right corner pocket triple for Owen Munson, his third of the game.
Travel call because I didn't think Twyman had any possession of the ball at all.
Bjorn Helstad comes into the game, the 6'2" freshman, number 24. Inbounds up top to Twyman. He'll try another three. Left of the circle! Bang! Kobe Twyman, 64-47.
He is getting hot.
Johnson. A 19-point lead. Rice Lake in no hurry here. Helstad swings right side to Jevney. Guarded by Kobe Twyman. Jevney, the senior, throws left side, and Colin Nichols steps in front of that. Nichols wide open, down the lane layup. A timeout on the floor is called. And that's how the second half sounded. A lot of highlights in the second half here on WOGO, Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and Dave Check. As we wrap up here, this is the Post Glass Post Game Show brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls for commercial or residential glass recalibration of the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for any make and model. Give them a call. Dan, Derek, and the crew. Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. PostGlassandMirror.com. Again, a lot of building blocks and bright spots, I would say, coming out of this game for Chi-High. Again, still looking for that first victory of the season, but it feels like they took another step.
They took the step that they needed to take for tonight, and really their Super Bowl is coming up on Monday, I think, is the game against Wisconsin Rapids. Again, we talked about Wisconsin Rapids, another team that's winless right now. They got to go to Rapids, and that's going to be the battle because nobody wants to be the team at the end of the season that still has that 0. You're right. Chi-High is going to come out. I think both teams know how important that game is.
Well, we are looking forward to, again, seeing Chi-High next week here on WOGO as well. You can always check out our sports calendar at WOGO.com. Of course, seeding meetings coming up on Sunday morning for hockey, and we'll see where the CFM Sabres and Chi-High hockey ends up as well. And looking forward to Chi-High basketball coming up here on Monday evening. We'll have a full week next week as well, and also CFM hockey against the St. Croix Fusion on Tuesday. That'll do it for us here on WOGO Sports and the WOGO Sports live video stream. Again, thank you for joining us for Chi-High basketball on WOGO. Your final score, the Chippewa Falls Cardinals fall to Rice Lake. Rice Lake 68, Chi-High 51. This has been Chippewa Falls Cardinals boys basketball, presentation of WOGO Sports. Good night from Chi-High.
WOGO, your sports station.
Chi-High basketball on WOGO has been brought to you by Northwestern Bank, White City Glass, Toyson Ford of Chippewa Falls, Johnson Roll-Off Service, TTM Technologies, by Quality Propane and Fuels, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Royal Credit Union, the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, Holly Bovey of Caldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, the Check Law Office, Dave Check Attorney, and by Nicolay Bank. Also by Post Glass and Mirror of Chippewa Falls, Kurth Heating and Cooling, Wynn Family Dentistry, Chippewa Auto Body and Service, Chippewa Valley Technical College, Ashley Construction, Peterson Volker Funeral Chapel and Cremation Service, by Weir's-Gala Plumbing and Heating, Culvers of Lake Hallie and Chippewa Falls, Heath Loken and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying, Chippewa Valley Financial Services, Russ Kroopers, and by Stelter Incorporated. Thanks for listening to Chi-High Cardinals basketball here on WOGO Sports. We now return to our regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
WOGO.